So, hello and welcome to the video. Today it's pretty dark outside. You can probably just see a black screen and this table which says Bohemia Interactive, and it has a small tablet on it. But that's pretty much it, right? It's actually a building next to us and some people as well. We got Harvey, we got George, and this other dude that I don't know of, and a Polaris as well. So, believe me or not, these things are all here. And this kind of situation is pretty horrible because as an operator, as a soldier, you might have to go and clear this kind of building, but it's pitch black, so you know it's pretty horrible, right? So technology provides us with NVGs, which see the IR spectrum, and it's pretty solid. But it doesn't help much in this case because it's still pretty dark and there's no light source. So the NVGs won't be able to see much anyways. It's going to be very blurry, it's going to be very dark, it's going to be very noisy as well. And to just give yourself some sort of light source, you might want to use some flashlights or strobes, IR grenades, but it's not very optimal, and especially flashlights can be problematic because they are visible to human eye, right? And in real life, we have this thing called IR illuminators, which are actually just flashlights that shine in the IR spectrum, which is not visible to the human eye, but it's visible in the NVGs. And for some reason, ARMA doesn't do it. It's never been implemented in the game, and it's never been made in a mod, as far as I know at least. But it could be useful in my opinion. So I decided that with a bit of scripting and a bit of magic, we can probably try and achieve something similar. So if I turn on my NVGs now, even though it's pitch black, look how shiny it is. You have this spot right here that's shining. It's actually my illuminator shining from my gun because I have a peg box on my gun. Actually, you don't see the peg box, but it doesn't matter. There, it is there. This guy is looking better. He's a bit shiny, but I can see like his face. I can see his arms, his hands, most importantly. So at least I can know if he's a bad guy, if he's holding a gun or something. So much more visible right now. And these guys even as well. You know, easy to see who he is, at least some gear and stuff. So a lot more visibility, even though it's just pitch black, right? Now this guy is also, there's also a cool feature right here. So if I step to the side, you will see, look at his shoulder patch. Normally ARMA doesn't do this, and that's also another thing. But with a bit of magic, look, like you cannot see anything. You cannot see his patch, like nearly nothing. It shows up there. But if I turn on my NVGs, just because this guy is using an IR patch, I will be able to see it. And you can actually see that it's a scorpion patch on his arm. So much easier probably to identify people in the darkness, probably avoid blue on blue incidents. Alright, let's just go and see what's up in the building ahead of us and how this illuminator can help us out, I guess. So as you can see, it's perfectly following the gun. It's not like, some sort of attached to the head or some weird shit. It's just following you the way you go, and it's just pretty much functioning like a flashlight, as I said, even though you cannot see it with your bare eyes. See, it just goes away. So the only people that actually see this are people with NVGs. And there's also a drawback because if enemies have NVGs, they will be able to see it as well. But with careful use and with proper use, I think it could be a useful tool. So thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you around.